This is AN-T-NEES, and this is Deja Vu coming at you.
And Night
one
Nurse
time.
Davis.
Welcome, family. Good to see y'all another day. We made it. We here.
Y'all gotta excuse us because Sandy 7 has stuffed us with some salad and homemade pizza.
That dough sitting.
Yeah, so
That dough sitting.
you know it's sitting and it's rising and it's the itis
It done rolls.
is present. Itis in the
It
building.
done rolls. Well, feeling it.
Yeah.
But we're here again.
Mm-hmm.
Coming at y'all again. Wanted to come in and speak about this dating scene these days. What's up with the dating scene? What's the whew for?
I'm so sorry. Continue. Don't
You
mind
doing
me.
the child.
I know, child. CHILE.
I-L-E, child. Ain't no child.
Child.
But the dating scene, what's that looking like these days? What do you do to prepare for it? Are there steps? Are there prerequisites? Like, what we looking like?
I'm so sorry. yeah. The dating scene.
You got it. We got it.
I have been within the dating scene these days. And, we all have our experiences, right? But just getting into what steps, if any, are you taking entering into the dating scene? I think it's important to get to know yourself first. Yeah, we talked a little bit last time about learning yourself, feeling comfortable with yourself, things like that. And now getting into, do you know yourself? I think it's important to know yourself before you try to bring somebody else into your life, especially if you're looking for longevity out of someone, out of a relationship. What are your likes? What are your dislikes? All those things. What are you looking for in a mate? You might find that what you thought you wanted, once you get on that date and that person physically looks like what you thought you wanted, and even on paper seem to meet the criteria that you thought you wanted, might just that might not be it. That ain't it. So yeah, that I think it's very important to get to know yourself before.
I can see that for sure. I mean, that makes sense. Why would you be trying to intertwine with somebody else without knowing who you are?
Absolutely.
Because even though y'all are coming together, you still have to be your own whole person. They still have to be their own whole person to make that one. So then I think next would be how to meet. How are you meeting up with these people? Are you going out to the coffee shop, or are you going out to the gym? Are you dating online, trying to find somebody online, or are you being referred? As in
The referral.
the referral. As in, if I got a homegirl that knows a man that she may think that I click with, she's gonna refer him to me, or vice versa. I feel like it's in a referral.
Yeah. I've tried a little bit of the online dating. Yeah.
What are you looking for? How is the steps there? Like, are you scrolling? Are you looking just at the picture? Are you looking at what they're putting down, as in their likes, their dislikes, their description, or?
I feel like online dating has gotten so advanced these days. I'm gonna tell my age a little bit again here, but I remember back in the day, there was like, you might meet somebody through MySpace or...
Ooh, not the MySpacey girl.
Took it way back. I know. You might meet somebody through MySpace or, Facebook or something like that. Now they have a Facebook dating, like specifically for dating. And then there's Tinder and Hinge and Bumble and Christian Mingle. And, so... looking at the pictures, of course, because physical attraction is what hits you first. or at least, and you know what you have in your mind for the type of person that you're looking for. And then, of course, you read the descriptions. Some people will put in the description if they have children or what their life goals are. They may list a few things that they enjoy doing. If they like traveling, you can even leave a voice note on some of these dating apps so you can see what the person sounds like. You might get a little lost with the voice. Yeah. So, swipe right, swipe left. You know what I'm saying? And from that point, you chat a little bit, perhaps if you all match. And decide if you want to go from there. Maybe exchanging of phone numbers, or not. Might chat a little bit through the app. Might not go any further than that. So yeah, I've got mixed feelings about the online meeting people online. I've got mixed feelings about that. I still think that there's nothing like meeting someone face to face in person. So
you would like that old thing back.
I do, but I'm a homebody. So unless I'm meeting somebody in the grocery store when I'm not Instacarting, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to meet somebody face to face.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Maybe a in between you going to the store or maybe at the gym.
Yeah.
Or would you talk to somebody telling you to roll your window down? Hey, roll your window down. You sitting at the light.
I have. It's
Ain't
not
nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. I have. It's not the preferred method. You know what I'm saying? Because you're supposed to be eyes forward. How you going to take their phone number, and you're not supposed to have your hands on your phone. We're not promoting that. So how are you going to get their phone number? You're going to pull over. Let me get your number. What? You don't know if that's safe, right? It might be a psycho. I don't know. So,
Okay. Just throwing that out there.
I know. All different kind of ways. It's a possibility. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then we're going to go on to the purpose. What's your reasoning for dating? Like, are you just a fly by night? Is it just a
smash and dash?
Or
hit it and quit it?
Hit and quit? Or are you looking for long term?
Yeah.
Like, are you okay with dating people with kids? Like, if you're that person like me that doesn't have kids, would I be okay with dating someone with kids? I feel like that's important, especially in our age range. You ain't finna you'll find some for sure, but ultimately, the thing is people having kids, at least one for sure.
That's a big deal.
It's a big deal. It's a thing. Are you, with your dating style, do you want to be exclusively dating, or are you still getting to know multiple people? I feel like that's important as far as the purpose. That's your communication. So when we're talking, let me let you know, hey, you're not the only person that I'm talking to. Or you let me know, hey, you're not going to be the only person that I'm talking to. I'm still trying to play the field.
Yeah.
Trying to see what it look like.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of us, I speak for myself, not a lot of us, speak for myself, I will put my eggs in one basket and be looking crazy at the end.
If it feels right.
Yeah. It'd be looking crazy. Because who knows, the other two options could have been something. But because I was feeling the first option, I've taken that off the table for myself.
Yeah, I've kind of, I think I've switched it up in recent years. I definitely used to be put all my eggs in one basket. But in recent years, I feel like, I ain't going to say it's because I'm trying to play the field. I'm not. I'm definitely looking for commitment.
You ain't got your options.
Yeah, we ain't got my options. That's right. I don't know you well enough to know that I want to commit. So we need to, and I'm open about that. We could talk on the phone. We might meet up until I feel like we can offer each other something, not just you offering me something or vice versa, but we need to be able to complement each other's lives. So if I feel like I see a little bit of that going on, then, maybe a meetup. Maybe we
considered a meetup.
Maybe we need to meet up.
Pre-date meetup.
Maybe we need to do a pre-date meetup. Let's meet at a coffee shop or in the park or something like that. Chat it up for a little bit. The vibe in person may very well be different than the vibe over the phone or whatever pre-communications that we've had prior to this pre-date meetup. And maybe we decide that, you know, we're not vibing out like that. So maybe we need to cut ties. No love lost. And just keep it moving. Another reason why is, you know, maybe keep your options open. But if there is a good vibe and then deciding to want to proceed into, all right, maybe let's go on some dates. I don't want to do anything super lavish. Because
nothing lavish. Okay.
I don't want to do anything super lavish because I'm old school. Like, I feel like if a man has, if he's pursued me, I feel like I kind of want him to take the lead, especially on the first date. So let's just go to a coffee shop or something like that. Like, you know.
Okay. When you say you want him to take the lead, would you be okay with anything that he's putting out there? Because, I mean, with him taking the lead and him not knowing you, are you going to be okay with his suggestions? Maybe would you be okay with him taking you laser tag or to a fun park or something out of the ordinary? But, I mean, it still has to be somewhere where you guys can communicate and have that some type of connection, or see if you have a connection. You still have to be able to talk.
Yeah.
But would you be okay with those ideas?
I'm open with that. I'm open to that. Again, I just kind of keep in mind, this is still very early. So
and I feel like that's where a lot of dudes may shy away when women be like, well, I want you to take the lead. I don't know you to take the lead. I know what I want to do, and would you be okay with what I want to do?
I don't know you, and I don't want to spend a whole bunch of money on this because I don't know if it's going anywhere.
If it's going
I'm
anywhere,
cool with that. I'm so cool with that. That's why I said we can go to if you feel like you want to go to a fun park. I'm open with that. Top golf, putt, a walk through the park. An ice cream shop. Well, I'm open to those things. Don't be trying to invite me to your house though, because I don't know you like that. Not yet. In different, I think different scenarios bring about different comfort levels. So I'm not gonna say like oh never, but if it's very early on and I don't know you like that, the comfortability is just not there. So I would rather meet, you know, in an open public setting. And kind of get to know you more that way, because you'll find out some things, you know, when you spend time with people, and you'll know if you want to go right or left.
The vibe will be there.
The vibe will be there or not, and you can kind of determine
which way you're gonna go.
Right.
That makes sense.
Do you think there's any rules? Have you thought about any rules to dating?
I think when we're talking about rules, it's based upon what, I guess it goes back to your purpose in dating. If you're only doing a fly by night, you don't need no rules. What's the rules for? We just in it for a good time, not a long time. But but if it is for long term, I think rules would be based upon your specific preference, whether there's a number of kids that you're okay with, or communication, because we've talked about being able to communicate over the phone or just via social media. There are a lot of people that are okay with just DMing or just texting
and sending reels through the DM all day.
Sending the reels through the DM all day, or texting what you doing. Yeah, how's your day going?
WID. Don't do that. WID.
How's your day going? While there are some people, if you got a couple of minutes on your break, give me a call. It ain't got to be a good 10, no nothing. Just give me a call. Yeah. Let me know what's on your mind. How's your day going? How can communication be equivalent with each other if we're not talking on the phone?
Right. And I think that helps you get to learn a person too, because sometimes when you get caught up in the back and forth text throughout the day, we all work. You know, texting might be the easiest form of communication. But like you said, to your point, take a few minutes, you know, maybe shoot me a phone call so we can chat. Because sometimes via text things can be taken out of context.
Yeah.
I won't be able to hear your tone of voice and things like that. So I want to be able to get to know you and learn those different things, because it's a very, very important piece in getting to know someone. Right. Making sure you're understanding, getting a clear perspective on who they are, what it is they're looking for, and if you all can add value and complement each other. Yeah.
Okay. Would you say there are some rules to dating? Like, what would be would it be a criteria?
Again, I'm not one for texting all the time. We can't ever talk on the phone. There's always some social media communication.
We're in the social media era.
I understand that. I get it. But, my preference is we can text throughout the day. But if we get some free time at night, I would appreciate a phone call.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd appreciate a phone call. And then I also, like you mentioned earlier, think it's important to establish, are you okay with children? Because I have a child and I let that be known up front. And if you're not, that's a deal breaker for me. So,
Okay.
I think there are some rules, at least for me, that apply to dating if you're able to communicate effectively. And we could talk about effective and ineffective, at least from our perspective, what we think that looks like.
Yeah.
And if you're okay with certain family dynamics, long distance
family dynamics.
Yeah.
Because there are some people that are not family oriented.
That's true.
While there are people that are very family oriented, and if they're not doing something with their family every 2 weeks, it's definitely once a month they're doing something with their family.
Right.
I've met those people that are like, I don't even talk to my family like that. So that doesn't matter to me. But then what if you're matched or you're talking to somebody that is like, hey, family is very important to me.
Right.
Like, how would that affect us dating, or how would that affect us in the long run? That's important.
I think and this is a touchy subject, religion, politics. That's always a touchy subject. Not
Very
one
touchy.
for the table, maybe the first date, but definitely important to know before getting into something super serious. Are we on the same playing field when it comes to religion? Politics, things like that, I think very important to discuss. And another rule of dating is, what is your end goal? What are you trying to seek out? Like we touched on earlier. What is your purpose of dating? And that needs to be established and discussed on the table very much in the beginning.
I think even with having that conversation, it still may be hard to fish it out and see it out.
Yeah, because people lie.
People lie.
Sometimes there are
People
lies.
gonna tell you what you need, what they need to tell you
what they
to
think
get
you wanna
what
hear.
they want. Yep. So it's just your discernment
Absolutely.
in the dating process, which could also be tricky as well, because you have the people that come in not telling the truth, that don't want to tell the whole truth, or what they actually want, because they don't know what they want, because you still got to know yourself.
You're always gonna meet the representative. Yeah.
I feel like you have that representative in the beginning with the rose-colored glasses on. Then when you get in something deep, them rose-colored glasses come off.
And you be like, man,
This ain't what I signed up for. This,
like, bro, I seen this sign in the first date. I saw it.
yeah.
And I chose to ignore it. Because
Ignoring those red flags. It's a red flag. Ooh, it's a red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't. When a person shows you who they are in the beginning, or who they are, period, believe them. Don't take it for, well, I think this may not be what it. No, it's exactly what it is and what you thought it was. It's what it is. Take it. Take it for face value.
Now, what's your, and I know you personally have not been on the parent side of this situation, but what is your take on introducing or meeting someone's child early on?
I feel like that comes with the connection that you feel. If you feel, you're gonna feel that vibe, but even feeling that vibe sometimes may be the wrong vibe, like we were talking about. So I think it's based upon your judgment, basically. If you feel like that's a good choice for you to make it.
Yeah.
If you're second guessing it, don't even do it. Don't even put that on the table. But there's still going to be a risk factor with either or.
Absolutely.
Ultimately, you're going to take a risk.
True. Yeah. I agree with that wholeheartedly. And I feel like people go to war about their children. Okay.
As they should.
As they should. Because I most certainly would do would and will do. Okay.
As you should.
So yeah, that's a very sensitive space to allow somebody to come into, to step into. So tread lightly with that, but I think that also needs to be some grounds that are set in the beginning, you know. And that all kind of maybe falls on what is the purpose of you dating, of us dating, where is it gonna go, and then like Deja Vu said, just kind of feel it out, you know. How does it feel? How long has it been? Do you feel like it's a comfortable, is this person going to be a positive influence in your child's life? Because that's important too. Children are very influential, so you want to make sure that you're bringing positive people into their life that can add value to them, into their upbringing.
Right. I agree. I agree. Like you said, I'm not on the parent side, but as a person of a bonus parent situation, when my mom and my dad met, she felt comfortable enough to have me with them for their first date. So their anniversary is our anniversary every year. Happy anniversary, y'all.
I know what y'all talking about. This our anniversary. Where we going for dinner?
Where we
child?
going?
Where are we going?
Right. Of course, I let them go. Would let them go for their
She said,
whatever.
"Let them go, child."
Because I was there. You hear me? You hear what I say?
I know.
But no, I feel like it's based upon your judgment. Use your discernment and your judgment.
Yeah.
Because even you may have the best judgment and it not work out. I'm not saying every time your judgment is going to be right. It may not work out, but just don't rush into it.
Yeah. And try to keep a clear head, because sometimes certain things that happen on first dates or second dates can cloud your judgment. So try to keep a clear head when you're thinking about decisions that you're making for longevity, for your future,
especially with your kids.
For your kids. Absolutely. So communication, you know, different people
Communicate differently. Some people like to text. That's all they like to do. They're not good with the phone. I could say I'm a good texter for sure. Some phone conversations, you might catch me off guard. you might catch me off guard, but catch me in a text, I got you. But even in the text, it could be misconstrued. How I'm saying it could come off the wrong way.
Right.
I may not even, that wasn't my intention when I sent the text, but as far as text communication, it definitely can get lost.
Yeah. I definitely prefer phone calls. Like I said, throughout the day, you know, while working, I'm cool with the text. I'm okay with that. But I feel like if we are trying to get to know each other, I want to talk to you on the phone, a verbal conversation at least once a day. And I don't particularly like to go, you know, a whole day and I haven't heard anything from you.
Oh, that's a no call, no show right there. That's a no call, no show. You will lose your position and your job for a no call, no show.
Replaced. Okay? Next. I agree with you. 1,000%. Please.
Shoot something, say something. Throw a smoke screen or something. You better say something.
And if I've said something to you, like...
And you don't respond?
Yeah, if you've gone until the next day and you haven't said anything at all... No.
I hope you're okay, though. You know.
I hope you're well. If you're not, that's probably the only way we might be able to continue this. Like if something's happened to you, but... And I don't wish that on you, but...
No. Right.
If everything's okay and you've just chosen not to reach back out for whatever reason...
We got a problem.
It's cool. It's cool. No love lost. But you know, we're just not a good fit because we have two different communication styles, preferences. So yeah, and that's okay. No problem.
No problem. No love lost, as you mentioned.
No love lost. Don't send me IG reels all day, every day, and expect that is an effective communication way. Not for me.
Right.
Not for me.
Right. That's your preference.
That's your preference. Perhaps you need to find someone who also prefers that, and y'all can reel back and forth all day, every day, and that's it. And I guess that's how you're gonna get to know each other. But not
see what type of reel you said. See what type of reel you respond back with.
And it's cute. Like, don't get me wrong. If that is an addition to other modes of communication. Talking on the phone, texting, might shoot a few reels here and there. Great. But for me, if that is your only way of communicating, I'm going to have to pass.
I'm sorry, but next.
Yeah, exactly. So what do you think are some determining factors for, say you've done what determines if you're even going to do a pre-date meetup?
The determination would be the communicating over the phone. Like you said, if we're just communicating via text or just IG reels or social media videos, I probably won't do a pre-date with you because what we gonna talk about when we face to face?
Right.
Are you able to have that face to face conversation? But having those conversations over the phone would be like, okay, let's see what's the vibe like when we're face to face, when we're in the same vicinity. Because over the phone, you can vibe for sure.
Sure.
You can vibe over the phone. Can we vibe face to face while we sitting across from each other or sitting next to each other?
Okay.
What is the vibe like there?
I'm going to play devil's advocate.
Come on with it.
Okay. What if you haven't told the person your preferred ways of communication? Like, is it still a chirp? That's it. Moving on.
No, because I can't assume that the person knows
Right.
what my communication style is. That for me, that's a long stretch. No, don't assume. If I haven't said it, then that's where I've lacked. I've lacked communication.
Yeah.
So I don't want you to just assume, because you may assume I may be okay with it. And then I can't be mad.
You know, with this for a whole week, you have not said
You
anything.
said nothing
How
about
was I supposed
it.
to know?
Right,
Yeah.
right. You can't. I don't want you to expect. I don't want you to be able to read my mind.
Sure.
I should be able to express that for you. And if I haven't, then I've lacked on my part. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I think, expressing what it is that you like, part of the rules of dating. Talk about
because how you want them to get to know you if you can't even express yourself to them.
Yeah, and that's going to go a long way, even beyond dating, into a relationship, into a marriage. You got to constantly be able to express the way that you're feeling about things effectively, not cussing and shouting and throwing things, but in a way that they can hear you, having a conversation, and saying, hey, I really appreciate the funny reels that you've been sending me all day. They keep me on my toes. I would love to hear your voice at the end of the day, though.
Oh, you put that so nicely.
I would love to hear your voice at the end of the day.
I love that. Okay.
So, being able to let them know what, and then why do you need to hear my voice at the end of the day? That might be a question too, so might boil your grits a little bit, because it seems like, dude, like for real, like I got to tell you why. I just want to hear your voice. I think it would help me relax and, help me wind down, to be able to chat with you, to be able to see, what went on throughout your day.
Have that interaction.
To have that interaction. So, yeah, I definitely think discussing preferred ways of communication is very important. Yeah. So, yeah. Where would you... So, y'all have determined... that maybe you want to do a pre-date meetup. You've done the pre-date meetup. Maybe we want to go on where would you go for a pre-date meetup?
Pre-date meetup, I'm open, honestly.
You said you were open.
I'm very open. We could do the fun park. We could do a Barnes and Noble meetup for me.
Ooh,
I love to read.
Okay.
So
get a little coffee and a book.
And a good book. Let's see what you read.
Okay.
What you like to
we can
ingest.
take a tour through there. Okay.
What would be your types of books that you would indulge in?
Yeah.
Bookstore, coffee shop, restaurant. I don't have the long list of no restaurants that we can go to.
I don't
We
either.
can go to Applebee's.
I don't
We can go
either.
to Cheesecake. We can go to Chili's. We can go just about anywhere as long as we're able to communicate with each other during that time.
I may not be a fan, but it's something that I can order off of each of those menus. If it's nothing but a cheeseburger, a salad, you know what I mean? But I'm not that child. You can't take me to Cheesecake Factory. I'm not her. Because I don't want you to spend $400 on a dinner and we're still in the beginning and we've decided we want to cut ties.
Right.
Now you feel like you out of $400 or $500 and this went nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So we can go to something very simple, something, low key. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Are you okay if the pre-date meetup, he says, hey, we're going to split this. I'm going to pay my half. You're going to pay your half.
I'm cool with that, but you might not get a follow-up date. You might not make it to the date because, I mean, where we at? At the coffee shop? At Starbucks? My coffee was $8.
He don't want to take that risk.
Sir. Because I'm the type of, and I know, and I say that because I know myself. And once I get into a relationship with someone, like I'm a very equal person. I don't feel like the man needs to, you need to be taking me out to eat all the time and you need to be buying me this and that all the time. I'm a very, very equal person. So I feel like we both need, if you want to spoil me, okay. But I feel like I need to at least be able to bring that to the table too. Like I don't need to be looking at a man like, I expect you to wine me and dine me and buy me lavish gifts all the time, luxury gifts, and I have nothing over here.
Right.
So I'm the type of person that, once we get rolling and we get into it, I'm gonna spend my money on you too. Like we both need to be equal on that behalf. So if we start off and you've pursued me and you done got me out the house and we're on this pre-date, first date, whichever, and it's just a coffee shop, and I'm cool with that, not knocking it. I prefer that because, again, I don't want you to go all out and spend a bunch of money, and maybe this isn't it. But if we got to split a $16 tab,
you ain't with it, ultimately. We're going to go with it.
I'm not with it.
You ain't with it.
I'm not with it. Because I probably paid $40 or at least for a babysitter if I couldn't get a family member to watch her. And that's not on your dime, that's on mine.
Okay.
But if I gotta split this coffee bill with you, no.
Yeah. That makes sense. I got you. So ultimately, to wrap this up, the dating scene and what are you looking for? Do you know yourself? Do you know what you're looking for in a partner? Do you know your purpose of dating? Do you know your communication style? Because I feel like a lot of people go into dating not knowing their own communication style and just, like you said, want somebody to assume.
Right. Do you know your love language?
Ooh, love language.
What's your love language? Does that exist for you?
Right.
Is it a thing? Excuse me, but have you done any research and tapped into and figured out what it is that you feel like you need from a person? Even if it is in the pre-dating or dating phase, I think it's important to realize, and that goes back to, do you know yourself?
Yeah.
What is it that you need from a person?
Right.
And are you open to what they may need from you? Because it probably isn't going to look like what you need from them. And we're so quick to dote on and be able to present what it is that we need. If I like quality time, I'm so available for you. I'm, whatever, I'm here for you. But that may not be their love language.
Their way of showing love to you.
Yeah. So you need to be able and open to learn what their love language is. And if it's something that you're willing to try to adapt to being able to giving to them.
Right. So, yeah, knowing your communication style, your love language, what your pre-date situation would be. Would you want to meet up prior to there being an actual date that you guys have? Where would that be? Would you be okay with the ideas if you're going to put the ball in his court or vice versa? Are you okay with the idea that they bring up or that they present?
Would you be okay with a male putting the ball in your court for the pre-date or first date?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely. Because then now you're giving me the openness to show you how I am or who I am.
Right.
You letting me bring you into my world, because I might take you on a virtual reality or a escape room.
Yeah.
Type of thing. Let's see what your mind working with. Let's see how you think. I might take you there. So
let's see how intellectual, if at all, you are.
If at all you are, you may not be, and that's okay. But let's see.
Yeah.
Are you open to it? But you're giving me that space to show you who I am. Right. So yeah, I would love that.
Okay. All right. Well, we would love to hear what you all's thoughts are on dating in 2025. Dating has come a long way. It's come a long way. And I feel like, from my personal experience, there's a lot more challenges these days than what there were, back in the day. Excuse me. But we have so many different modes of communication now, a lot more than what there used to be when there was a telephone with the cord attached to the wall, know.
Right.
So that's what we relied on, or the in-person meetups. Now there's, like I said, MySpace had started to come out or whatever. But now there are so many different ways to meet people, to communicate. So let us know what you all think.
Let us know in the comments. How are you dating these days with this new way of dating, with technology, with the online dating or the referral? Your friend being the reference for you.
In this referral. It's
How
a
are
job.
you? It's a job. Now, if I give you a good reference, let me know, okay? But yeah, just let us know how you guys are dating, because there are so many different ways of dating now. It's not just that, not just one avenue. Whatever suits you. What's your preference?
Absolutely. And pluses to minuses to all of it. So
Right.
well, it has been a pleasure spending
Always.
a few minutes chatting with you all about this very important topic. We hope to see you soon. Like, share, and subscribe. This is Night Nurse Davis.
And this is Deja Vu coming at you again.
Hope to see you soon.
Have a good night, family.
Peace.